shifting my mind to get around you.
Oh. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is, of course, Catmanjoe. Just got back from a very important business meeting, as I'm sure you can tell. But what is going on, folks? Welcome back to another brand new, fantastic video, guys. Today, of course, we're going to be going over, I guess, what can only be described, I guess, as the elephant in the room. Me. No, but dead serious, folks, dead serious. I want to address something, but before we get into addressing this whole thing, what is this? What is this? I'm trying, 4J, I'm trying difficultly here. I'm trying to persuade the masses to stop pestering you with these give us PlayStation 4 Bedrock questions, but what is this? This is you're robbing me. This right here this is robbing me of my money. I am not buying this, and you're not forcing me to. This is complete daylight robbery. If I wanted my console and my game of Minecraft to look any less evolved or well graphic, I don't know the rest of that word, then I would just not buy the game. I'll go play Terraria or some other 2D version of Minecraft. But this is unacceptable. I know some are, trying to be nice and all, but you can do better than this. Anyway though, folks, welcome back to another brand new video, as I said, guys, and today I want to go over something a little bit more important and a little bit more different than I guess usual. Today I want to speak about specifically everything I guess Minecraft PlayStation or Minecraft I guess Legacy Edition needs before Minecraft PlayStation 4 Bedrock Edition comes out. Now, I've been speaking probably more than anybody in the community about Minecraft PlayStation 4 Bedrock. I probably, in my opinion, be one of the most reliable sources. I've been keeping everybody updated. I've been answering questions within the community. But today, I wanted to take a little bit of a step back from PlayStation 4 Bedrock questions, and I actually wanted to ask you guys about what you think is needed for the Legacy Edition of Minecraft, e.g. the final lasting console edition of Minecraft there is, before it obviously gets ended and goes extinct. And that's probably the cruelest way to say that, but it is the truth. As a lot of you guys know, obviously, if you don't know, I'll briefly explain it. Of course, there is 3 different versions of Minecraft. There is Java, which is basically the PC edition of Minecraft, the first ever edition of Minecraft. That's where updates are all tested and all kind of made and developed. Then they get brought from there to, of course, the Bedrock Edition. If you don't know, the Bedrock Edition is, of course, the higher edition of Minecraft from the Legacy Edition. The Legacy Edition is the original console edition of Minecraft. If you don't know, that's like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox, I guess, One, PlayStation Vita, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of different editions. I'm not going to go quoting them all off, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of old school Legacy editions, and honestly, I mean, obviously, of course, the PC edition is what was, is what started Minecraft, but the console edition of Minecraft, e.g. the Legacy Edition, is really where the actual community started to come a lot more enforced. And I know some are going to have some different, opinions on that. So if you do, please drop me an email. I'll leave my email down below right here. Definitely not going to not reply. Drop me an email. Of course, we'll have a chat about it, honey. But yeah, I wanted to speak about that today, guys, and what basically Legacy Edition needs to get added to it before we actually all eventually leave it behind and move on to the next big and I guess best thing. So first off, I wanted to explain why we need to add these things obviously now, and I know some people obviously before even getting to explaining myself on this are probably going to be commenting saying, well, if Bedrock's coming out, nobody's going to be playing Legacy Edition. That's not the point. Just because somebody passes away and they're no longer in your life, it's the same idea. You don't just forget about them and toss out everything they ever owned. It's the same kind of idea. Legacy Edition is an edition of Minecraft that was huge. In fact, it was one of the biggest, and to this day is where I started Minecraft. I didn't start in PC Edition, I started on the Legacy Edition. So for me, it means a lot, and I respect the hell out of it, because if it wasn't for that, maybe we wouldn't even be doing Minecraft today, guys. Honestly, I'm going to be real. But the truth is, folks, we kind of owe it that kind of that kind of small but very fair common courtesy to make sure that it's finished, it's upgraded, it's updated, and it's left playable for players that do not want to move over to the Bedrock Edition. And I know for some it's hard to believe, like, why would nobody want to move to my edition of Minecraft? It's the best, man. Are you trying to say something? No, it's not that, but it's the factor that some players just don't enjoy the new edition of Minecraft. Some people, prefer Java, some people prefer Bedrock, and some people, generally speaking, just prefer console. That's why PlayStation 4 Legacy Edition, the edition of Minecraft that I play on and that all the other people that really feels like watch my channel play on, that's why they all stay on that edition, because it's a last man standing. If you are confused, after Update Aquatic, which I believe is like TU, I think 54 or 56 or maybe something like that, I'll probably have it on screen or something. Obviously, of course, after Update Aquatic, all versions of Minecraft that were in the Legacy Edition, aside, or I guess except PlayStation 4 Edition, all completely got stopped. All the updates for them got halted, they no longer got updated, and that left PlayStation 4 Edition as the final man standing on the Legacy Edition, which honestly speaking, was really difficult for all of us. I mean, a lot of the PlayStation 4 players, it was like, we don't want to be here. Like, it's just a lot of stress. But at the end of the day, we took it, guys, and we've kind of ran with it. And right now, as of right now, we're currently in, I believe, TU96, or it's TU95, but by rights it's actually TU96 because some of the more subliminal updates weren't counted, but if they were, it would be like TU96, 97, but I say about TU96. But I do feel like we kind of do need to respect the foundation layer of Minecraft, which in my opinion, honestly guys, was a Legacy Edition, which is why I feel like there's a few things, and in today's video I want to speak about them, that need to get added to Minecraft before we just up and I guess disappear from it, before we leave it all away. So one of the major things that I want to mention that 4J I would really appreciate that you add, and I feel like I speak for a lot of other players, is something that may come across as very difficult to add, and for some may be incredibly big brain time, but can you please add particle effects and able to turn them off? Please. That one thing. One small thing. Give us a feature in the options tab to turn off particle. Do you know how irritating it is when you're trying to record a video and make it look cinematic and somebody gives you a splash potion and all you can see is these little freaking squiggly particle effect things that will not leave you alone. You can out sprint them, but they'll still come back. They're like a floater in your eye. You cannot lose them. Please give us a simple button to turn it off and turn it on. I just don't want it there all the time, and if I did, I would have it there. But people have questioned and asked why 4G wouldn't add this for the longest time, yet they will add new splash text. Things that tell you something so irrelevant to the game that it's phenomenal. Things like call your mother, or next Friday's secret update, or whatever the freak. Another thing that needs to be added, or needs to be, I guess, kind of brought back actually, because it was removed, is the Herobrine skin. Yeah, I know some people are going to be kind of confused that, what do you mean? But if you don't know, all the Legacy Editions of Minecraft, including the 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, all had the Legacy Edition version of the Herobrine skin removed. It sucks. We paid money for this. It was like Skin Pack 2, I believe, Classic Skin Pack 2. It's one of those really small, kind of little subliminal little features that it isn't such a huge deal, but at the end of the day, you removed it without asking or without even telling us why. Some players genuinely bought that skin pack explicitly to be that Herobrine skin so they control their friends, and if anybody is curious, that's most likely why they actually removed the skin entirely, because people were trolling and saying, it's Herobrine in my world, he's coming to possess me and my objects. That doesn't happen. Herobrine isn't real. He was never an actual thing. It was like a one-time bug, I believe, on PC, but it never ever came to console or Bedrock, so these are all myths. Another more genuine thing that I feel like needs to get added, and I feel like it will get added because obviously before Bedrock comes out, I feel like they'll do like what they did for the update Aquatic before they ended pretty much all the Legacy Editions aside from PlayStation 4. One major last update. Most likely this one will be like, you know, adding bees, you know, the honey blocks or whatnot and everything like that. But something I genuinely feel like I'm kind of worried they won't add, and I hope they do, is foxes. It's such a small little thing, but honestly, the amount of players that actually wanted foxes is phenomenal. Like, way back, like about a couple weeks to maybe a couple months ago, you could genuinely go on 4J Studios Twitter and you'd all still see the please give me PlayStation 4 Bedrock comments, but nonetheless, along with those as well, it'd either be those or it'd be please give me foxes, which is kind of cool. I mean, hey, I like foxes, man. Like, I mean, I'm hip, guys. Like, yeah, I ain't no boomer. Like, bro, I love foxes. What does the fox say? Another small thing that I feel like should be added, that's something that I think goes without question, and it would be a real nice kind of send-off and pat on the back to players that have been playing for years, though I guess a Legacy Edition, is command blocks. It's something that is so small, but so, like, it's something so small but so large that a lot of players would genuinely really appreciate you for doing it, and it would mean a lot to all of us. I remember way back on the 360, when I used to be an old 360 player and then I moved to PlayStation 4, for those of you who don't know, I used to genuinely like fantasize about having command blocks and how amazing they would be. And then when I got a Bedrock Edition, I finally found out that command blocks aren't really all that great. I mean, they're cool and all, but they aren't honestly all that great. But nonetheless, it would be cool to have them without having to get mods on my PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. Like, I would rather be able to get them legitimately. And you would help a lot of people out by just adding command blocks to Console Edition or the Legacy Edition. They can definitely work on PlayStation 4. The files have been found on, I'm pretty sure, the PlayStation 3. They were meant to be in the game, but you never released them. Why? Just give us this one thing. I mean, you're about to end it. Give us it. It would make, I mean, come on, it's such a small but cool like little detail. And like, for the folks that don't want to ever actually move to Bedrock, give them this little feature. Like, come on, it's such a cool little send-off and a nice little tribute to your old school fans. And finally, something else that 4J honestly should add is my final general thing that I think they should honestly add to the game, and I think it's something that not a lot of people have really thought about, and if you think about it, it is probably by far one of the best and most amazing little things to add to the final edition of the Legacy, I guess, console editions. And that would be a download or a way to I guess reuse all the original old tutorial worlds. For those of you who don't know, when Minecraft TU1 was out, you know, Minecraft Console Edition TU1 for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, etc, etc, there was a tutorial world. That happened to like TU7, then TU7 to TU11, there was another one, and then it kind of just kept evolving from there. I'm sure a lot of you guys will remember your first times playing on, I guess, Console Edition Minecraft. You know, one of the most prominent things I bet you can remember if you were a console player back in the day is the first ever tutorial world that you ever played, whether it was one of the more popular ones like the one with Stampy Longnose's house and all that kind of stuff, or one of the really old school ones, or one of the newer ones. It kind of varies, but honestly guys, I played through every single one of them, and I still to this day can never capture or recapture that nostalgia that came with them. What would be amazing if you could imagine, obviously, is if they had a thing like what they do with mashup packs and whatnot, where you can load the world and it'd have, you know, tutorial world number 1, and it'd have from TU1 to TU7, tutorial world number 2 from TU11 to TU etc, and it kept having that all the way across, so you could actually try and see how it looked and how it developed. And what would make these things so amazing is if you had two options for them as well. For instance, to be able to play what it was like back then. For instance, if it was a TU1 obviously tutorial world, you could reset yourself basically back to TU1 settings, so you'd have no sprint, no hunger bar, nothing. It would be back to just like the original TU1 days, and you were just a Steve skin and everything was normal. Or you could try on TU obviously 11 and upwards and all those different tutorial worlds and have all the things that they had. And then if you did want to use the worlds, I would say fully, you could actually turn on a feature where you could use it as a normal world, like what you can do with the current tutorial world. So I think it would be a great idea and a great kind of send off and little addition for us, because so many of the old school tutorial worlds nobody has. There's no way to download them, there's no way to get them, and the folks that do have them cannot put them up for download. And rather than players going through a lot of hassle to download these old school maps that they had so much nostalgia playing as young kids and all, because for me, I was 10, 11 years old when I first started playing Minecraft, you know, and I've still got the demo, like the actual demo discs that you got in magazines and whatnot on Minecraft when it was, before it was actually the game itself, before it came out, honestly. And it's so nostalgic to be able to play these old, or to be able to play those old maps, but sadly nowadays you can't do it unless you have, you know, a way to download those maps, or in general if you want to restart your entire Xbox 360 and put it back to TU1 to download one world, which is a complete waste of time, to be honest. But nonetheless folks, I think it'd be a great little addition. Honestly guys, the sad and honest truth is, I feel like at the end of the day, if anybody at 4J was to even see this, Mojang, 4J, Microsoft, which there's a very, very, very slim to nothing chance anybody would, unless you guys were to share the living heck out these videos, and obviously, you know, or this video even specifically and whatnot, and help it get out there further. But even if they were to, I feel like the ironic and kind of sad part of it is, guys, is that I feel like 4J's already kind of locked up and moved on. I feel like that's what it is. I've explained this a few times in previous videos, that 4J at the moment, as you can see from the very beginning of the video, they're developing world packs and whatnot for the obviously Bedrock Edition store. They're not really focusing on a console edition and, you know, working on new updates or new additions. So who knows guys, they might already just be gone. Nonetheless, so folks, before I end this video, I want to ask you guys obviously one little quick question and one bit of a favour. Leave me down below some questions or some comments on what you would like to see before the game ends, before the end of Minecraft Legacy Edition happens and we all move on and transcend to the Bedrock Edition. What would you like to see added to the Legacy Edition and fixed? Obviously, I know there's lots of bugs that you guys are hating, I hate as well, that need to get fixed and need to get, you know, completely repaired, but at the end of the day, I want to hear your opinions, folks, and hopefully, I very highly doubt it, and there's a very, very, very slim chance, in fact, I said pretty much nothing at all, honestly, in my opinion, that is going to get the attention of 4J, and, you know, even if there was to get their attention, who says they would do it, but you never know, guys. If we do try, some things could happen, but I honestly do find that a very slim chance. In fact, all right, I pretty much think it's nothing. But nonetheless, so folks, it's worth a try. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I know it wasn't the same as a usual kind of video of mine. Normally I have the parkour in the background and whatnot, and it's, you know, not my face. But at the end of the day, folks, I wanted to make a bit more of a serious video because this is something that's been kind of dawdling on my mind a little bit, and honestly it's something that I wanted to say before Bedrock actually came out, obviously, of course, because I want to make it clear my thoughts on what I think something that they could hopefully add, because I would feel terrible if if Bedrock was to come out and the opportunity for them to add things like, you know, the old school tutorial worlds, or command blocks, or foxes, obviously, if they don't do that, or any other kind of things, the Herobrine skin, re-add that back in and whatnot. I'd feel terrible if we had the opportunity for them to hear us wanting that and they could do it, but but they didn't hear us, so they didn't do it, and that was, you know, the lost cause, and that was the end of that. But at the end of the day, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, let me know what you thought of it. I know it's kind of different with my, you know, face and whatnot, but if the video gets enough support and you guys enjoy it enough, and if you guys can like, share, and subscribe, it would be incredibly appreciated. But if this video does get enough support, I might make a part 2, like what I done with everything you need to know before Bedrock Edition release videos, the whole trilogy. I might do the same for this. If it does decently well, we'll see what happens. But please, I really do implore everybody, leave your questions and opinions down below, obviously, and let me know what you guys think they should add, obviously, before they end the Legacy Edition of Minecraft. But yeah, folks, on that, thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you guys are, and yeah, guys, peace out.